Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're doing a review on Dreamscaper for the Nintendo Switch. So without further ado, let's take a look at this review. Afterburner Studios described the game as a strategic, fluid and dynamic ARPG roguelite, blending elements from brawlers, top-down shooters and dungeon crawlers. So hopefully you'll like one aspect of that and you should like this game. So let's take a look at some gameplay and let's see if it is a mixture of all those things. Dreamscaper sees you take control of the faceless character known as Cassidy. She's moved to a small town and something is wrong. We're not 100% sure what it is, but as we go through the game we're trying to unpick what is going on. And it sees you move between being awake and asleep, and you're facing her mental health battles or her mental state when she's asleep, and you're trying to battle those demons. The studio uses the tagline Dream, Die, Wake, Repeat. So by night, you're delving into your subconscious, you're facing those nightmares in an ever-changing world, and it's full of different items, abilities, challenges, weapons. And then during the day, it slows down and becomes a much slower game, and you explore that small town of Red Haven, and you have to build these relationships in various places, in parks, cafes, bars. And then you unlock those permanent upgrades from doing that and building those relationships. And that makes your character stronger in those nighttime playing sessions. And that's a really great aspect of the game. They have a really quick moving element and then a very slow moving element. A couple of things that I found really cool is there's a settings option that allows you to adjust the colour vibrancy depending if you suffer from a certain condition, which I thought was really nice of the studio to add. And also the Switch comes with two different modes, so it has a performance mode and a quality mode. The performance mode allows the game to run at 60 frames per second, but it does have reduced image quality. And then the quality mode runs at 30 frames per second, but it has better graphics. So I think that just goes to show how much effort has been put into this game by the developers. When it comes to the loadout screen, you can actually leave it as random, which offers kind of some variety each time you play. But if you do want to progress, it's important to kind of master certain weapons. You have a heavy weapon, light attack, and then you have a ranged attack as well. So there is some variety. My personal choice was to go with the dual lightsabers, which I really enjoyed. But there's all sorts, from kind of a water pistol, water balloons, you can have boxing gloves. So there's loads of variety when it comes to actually choosing your weapons and how you're going to attack people. This is actually my first experience playing a title like this, and I've got to say I did find it extremely challenging. The constant dying and then going back to the very beginning, despite the fact you have the option of leveling your character up, changing weapons, and also maybe memorizing some of the routes you can take. Those routes change as well. So I found it extremely tough. But I still really enjoyed the combat. I thought the combat was really fun. Like I say, I choose those kind of dual lightsabers, but there's so many different ways to attack. There's all sorts of sort of dodge moves as well that you can include, which one sets a trail of fire behind you, one uses telekinetic. So there are loads of different ways you can actually play this game, but there's a huge tactical style of gameplay as well, where you can move through the rooms quickly by using fast travel. So it's very tactical. It isn't just go out all guns blazing hack and slash. There's a lot of tactics involved with this game. I was slightly unsure about this faceless character element to the game, but what I noticed was I think the more you play, the more you discover of those characters, the more you learn about them and become friends. I think it wants you to kind of create your own image in your head. So I started off not enjoying that part, but then it actually grew on me more and more. The more I played, the more I unlocked, the more gifts I gave and chats I had. So I thought it was actually a really cool element that was in the game. As I said, that kind of constant replaying the same level over and over again does get slightly frustrating, but you can skip the boss if you want, so there is that option. You don't get all the kind of level ups and things like that, but it's just that thing of when you've played through so many times and then you think you're low on health and you know you're going to die when you get to this boss, having that option once you've beaten it once and being able to skip, I did think it was good to have in the game. So let's just talk graphically and how the game looks. So I'll be honest, I was extremely shocked at how nice the game looks. There seems to have been a lot of effort put into this game, one, to get it running really well, but not only does it run really well, it actually looks really nice as well. So I thought the background of the levels had been made really nicely. I thought actually there was enough to see of the character when you are fighting. There's an option to zoom in, although it's not zoomed in really close. If you want to see more of the area, you can zoom out, and if you want to see a little bit more of how the character looks fighting, you can zoom in. So I really can't praise the studio enough at how nice this game looks. And not only it looks nice, it plays incredibly well as well. I haven't had any bugs or any glitches or anything like that. The game sells for $18.99, which I think is a pretty good price for this game. There's currently no physical edition at the moment. You have until the 12th of August to pick this game up for $14.24, I think it is. So there's 25% currently off this game, which I think at that price it's definitely worth picking up. But even at $18.99, I think offers really good value for money because there's so much replay value with this game. It's definitely worth picking up either at that full price or even more so if you get it for 25% off. I can't say I've experienced too many negatives when it comes to this game. If I had to pick one, it might be that some people will find the other side, the daytime cycle, a little bit slow. That's probably the only thing I can think of other than that. But if you like storytelling and you're into kind of visual novels and things like that, I think you'll really like it because there's enough of the fast-paced element to enjoy as well. That's everything for my review of Dreamscaper. I've really enjoyed the game and I think it's definitely worth picking up. I wish there was a physical copy as a collector, but there isn't. So I'll make the most of having it on my Switch all the time. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Make sure you like the video, and if you've got anything to say about the video, leave it down below in the comments and I'll make sure I answer any questions. But thanks a lot for watching. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.